What's up, YouTube? Silver Dragons here, and in this video, we're talking about 10-ounce silver bars. Are these a good thing to be buying? Is this a good way to stack silver? We're going to get into all that and much more, so let's do it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I sincerely appreciate it. This one is all about these beauties right here, the 10-ounce silver bars. These are a favorite of a lot of people for silver stacking, for investing in silver, buying physical silver. These are a lot of people's bread and butter, their absolute favorite thing to get. So we're going to talk about these in this video. It's going to be awesome. If you do buy these, or if you're wondering about buying these, definitely stick around. Lots of good information. If you're new here to my channel, please consider subscribing, because I do have a lot of awesome silver related content coming out. Videos like this one, and all sorts of different types of silver videos. So you definitely want to subscribe so you don't miss anything. But let's get into these. So I went down to my local coin shop today and I bought all 10 of these. So these are all 10-ounce silver bars. So we got 100 ounces of 100 ounces of silver on the table right here. And some of these are generic, some of them are not. So this one right here, I think this might be Silvertown, actually. I'm not sure. It doesn't say Silvertown. Oh, but it does have the little prospector dude with his donkey. So I think this is a Silvertown bar. These are cool. A lot of people like those. What's this one here? Oh, this is the NTR metals. These are pretty sweet. 10 troy ounces. Nothing super special or fancy about these. But we do know it comes from NTR, so that's kind of cool. Let's see, this one here, the International Trade Unit. That's kind of cool, right? It's got a little like crown on there. Okay, 10 ounces, not too shabby. And then this, so these ones I believe are all generics. These ones here just say United States of America. Okay, and they're pretty cool. So, all right. Can't complain about those, but they look like straight up generics to me. I don't think these are like vintage or collectible or anything. These ones are all definitely generics. I've seen these a ton of times before, just the American flag ones, but they are very cool. A lot of people like these. 999 fine silver, 10 troy ounces. And then last but certainly not least, I don't know how or why this was in the generic batch, but you know what? I'll take it, right? All day. This is minted from U.S. Strategic Stockpile Silver, formerly stored at U.S. Assay Office, San Francisco, 1981. These right here are collectible. People love these ones. 999 fine silver, 10 troy ounces. And look at that eagle and flag. So beautiful, so cool. So this definitely is considered vintage collectible silver. These do carry a premium. However, I picked it up at the same price as the rest of them. A little bit of toning here up in the corner, but you know what? That's okay. These are still very, very cool. So I picked up all of these and I got a killer deal. Usually my local coin shop charges 90 cents an ounce over spot for 10-ounce silver bars. However, I was like, hey man, I'm buying 100 ounces. Anyway, you can drop that a little bit. And he did. He only charged me 60 cents an ounce over spot. So these were all bought for under $160, which is really cool. Really, really great price. So I'm stoked on that. Okay, so enough about my purchase. Let's talk about these in general as far as buying, stacking, investing. What are some of the pros? What are some of the cons? Let's start with the pros. What are the good things about 10-ounce silver bars? Well, probably the best thing I would say about buying these is the price. These are, without a doubt, the cheapest silver I can personally buy at my coin shops when it's not on sale. So if I just walk in there, they're not doing any sales. They're like, you know what? The prices we got is the price it is. They list all their prices right there on the computer or on a big screen. And if they're not running any sales or specials, this is the cheapest silver I can buy. Occasionally they will have in stock a 100-ounce bar, which will be a little bit cheaper, but not much. Personally, I would much rather buy 10 10-ounce bars than one 100-ounce bar, just because 100-ounce bars are massive, and when you sell them back, I mean, you do not get any premium for sure back. Usually it's well under spot that they'll buy them back for. So these are a little bit better. So they're very cheap. And I will say too that mostly goes for here in the United States of America that these are cheap. Probably in Canada as well. You know, in North America, they're not too bad. If you go over into Europe though, they do have the VAT that they charge. And so you have to pay tax on these. So they're probably not very popular over in Europe. 10-ounce silver bars probably are not. Most people over there, I would assume, just buy coins and things where they don't have to pay that tax, or the tax is less or whatever. And I'm not really sure about the rest of the world. So if you live in Australia or something, you know, drop a comment, let us know. Are these popular where you live? Do you have to pay extra taxes on them? But here in America, absolutely not. No tax on these. In my state here in Oregon, we don't have to pay tax on anything. There's no sales tax, which is great. So, okay. So they're very cheap. That's probably the best thing. What else is great about 10-ounce silver bars? They're super easy to store. They come in these little plastic, you know, things normally, but you can break them out of those if you want. It doesn't really matter. I would probably recommend just leaving them in these, because if you ever want to resell them, people know that they come in these originally. Like people are like, oh, well, yeah, the American flag ones, they all come in this. So if it's not in that plastic thing, you know, why is it fake, or, you know, what's going on with this? Why did it get taken out? So, you know, these come in not individually. Usually if you would buy, like, I think 10 of these at a time or whatever, it'd be like in a massive sheet of them, but they cut them out of the sheet and then they just sell them individually, right? So yeah, these, I would say leave them in the sheets, or in the plastic protective thing. You know, I mean, they're yours, you can do whatever you want, but that's just my recommendation. But as far as storing, like, look at this. Check this out. This is 40 ounces of silver right here. 40. And that's a small area for storage. You know, that's way smaller than if you had tubes, you know, 2 tubes. That's way smaller than 2 tubes. So these are very compact, very great way to store a lot of silver in a little bit of space. So if you have limited space, if you don't have a ton of space in your safe, or you know, or if you just have a ton of silver already, these are a great way to store a lot of silver in a little bit of area. Another pro is that 10-ounce silver bars are big, but they're not too big. Like I said before, the 100-ouncers are pretty massive. They're very heavy. You know, you wouldn't be able to shove that in your pocket and walk around without anyone knowing. You know, but and the premium on these, you do lose a little bit, but not a ton when you sell them back. So they're big, but they're not too big. I do like them. I personally don't stack these. You know, my main stack is American Silver Eagles. I do buy these from time to time. I'll say I do have a couple. But anyway, so what are some of the negatives about buying 10-ounce silver bars? What are some downsides to buying these? Probably the biggest downside is when you sell them back, you don't get that much of a premium. When my coin shops that I go to, they don't buy these even for spot. They buy these back under spot, which is very, very common. So you could probably sell them to another individual for spot. I don't really see any issues with that. I mean, a lot of people love buying silver at spot, so you probably could get at least spot selling these. But if I were to take these back to the coin shop that I bought them from, they pay me 30 cents under spot per ounce. So yeah, under spot, that's kind of lame, like literally negative premium for selling. So that's a big negative about 10-ounce silver bars. And that's something you'll realize when you're buying silver, is that the smaller the silver is, the more premium it has and it holds. You know, like the 1 ounce rounds. I think I got some around here. Yeah, I got one right here. The 1 ounce rounds, this is technically just a generic round. This, if I sold back to my coin shop, they would buy this back at spot. So no problem. These, under spot. And another negative to them is that they are full 10 ounces, not 10 1-ouncers, and so you can't break them up. You can't make change. So if you want to sell it, you got to sell the whole 10-ounce bar. So, you know, if you only want $20, well, too bad. You're going to get a whole 10 ounces worth of money coming back, right? I don't know what spot price is going to be when you're selling them. But you know, in theory, if spot was $20 an ounce, you know, you would have to sell these back all 10 ounces and not be able to break them up. So that's a negative. They are, you know, they're big, but they're not too big. So the 10 ouncers, I would say the biggest benefit of these is you can get them really cheap, which is awesome. However, when you sell them back, not that much of a premium. Another good thing is that occasionally you'll get sweet vintage ones when you're buying just generics, which is cool. I also go through my generic silver rounds and check for vintage ones. You got to check for them because sometimes you'll just get lucky and you can actually sell them for a lot more money than you paid for them just by selling them on eBay or to another individual or whatever. So that's a good thing too. Also very easy to store, very easy to hold. So I do like these. Like I said, I'm not a stacker of these myself, but I think a lot of people are stackers of these. These are definitely bought and sold quite a bit from the local coin shops in my area. So they're very popular, pretty liquid. So I think they're a good thing to be buying. If you can get them cheap, definitely buy them. And so those are my thoughts on the 10-ounce silver bars. If you have any thoughts or comments you want to add, definitely put them down below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. And again, subscribe to my channel if you're new, because I do have tons more content coming out about silver. And I want to say a massive thank you to everyone so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.